What's up, people? My name is Mr. Jack Falafel, and if you couldn't tell, I am really Australian. Yeah, man, that's right. I am 100% True Blue Australian, and I'm proud of it too. So today I'm going to show off some of that green and gold True Blue pride by drawing someone that represents the country. This beautiful country. This wonderful country that is girt by sea. No, not Steve Irwin. And no, not even Terry Irwin. It's not Drawing with Jazza. It's not Max Mofo. It's not even a YouTuber. Okay? The person I'm drawing today is actually the #1 person in the country right now. Me! No, I'm kidding again. I'm actually drawing Mr. Scott Morrison, or ScoMo as he likes to be called. Now, I don't normally like to get political on my channel. I try to avoid that sort of thing and those kind of arguments in the comments and whatever. But I decided to draw Scotty because I want to draw more attention to the leader of my country and show the world what he's been up to lately and just show off the leader that we currently have. Please let me know what you think of my art down below and we'll get started. Today I am doing a little bit of a mixed media piece. I am doing a sketch and a drawing for the most part with a little bit of coloring as well. And then at the end I'm going to do a little bit of painting just to do a few little finer details. So to begin, I grabbed a red pencil so I could sketch the outlines of Scott's rather large head. Lately, because I have been doing some sketching, I have been looking a bit more closely at people's faces, just looking for all the hairy little details, and I'm looking forward to showing off some of these details on Scott's face. I found myself really drawn into his face, to be honest. I think that might be part of the reason he's Prime Minister, is the gravity of his head. Speaking of details, while I start sketching out some of Scotty's details, I'd like to give you a few details about Scott and who he really is. #1, Scott Morrison is currently the leader of the Liberal Australia Party and he is also the Prime Minister of Australia right now. #2 is what he allegedly did in his pants at a Macca's after the 1997 Grand Final. Anyway, more facts later. At this point of the sketch, I do have the basic shapes starting to come together on the page nicely. I started to move on to some shading, so I started doing some lowlights with like a purple colored pencil. I started doing some highlights. I left some blank areas in the middle of his face, and I just got like a lighter yellow to highlight some of the outside portions of his face. I then started blending in some of the larger sections of his face with an orange pencil. I really think it's starting to come along nicely. I grabbed a nice lighter grey pencil to do his hair because, as you can see, Scotty is starting to show his age a little bit. Speaking of showing his age, did you know that Scott Morrison is a climate change denier? Despite being told countless times by a countless amount of experts for the last 10 years that our country is changing and in danger of getting worse, and now because of his lack of action, no, sorry, it's worse than that, because of his policies and his government's cutbacks to vital resources, Australia is now experiencing the worst bushfire season in recorded history. Did you know that dozens of people have died? Thousands of homes have been lost. An estimated 500 million, yes, 500 million animals have perished, including 1/3 of the already dwindling koala population, and countless amounts of trees are falling about the same rate as ScoMo's hair. And this is all happening right now. It's still going on right now as I speak. Sorry, I get a little bit worked up when 26 million acres of my country fucking burns down and the Prime Minister, the person that's supposed to be in charge, fucks off on holiday to Hawaii without putting in place measures to keep people from dying before he leaves. Anyway, how's my drawing going? I finished some more of the shading. I moved on to some of the finer details like in and around his eyes, which, by the way, are blacker than the coal that his house was built with. Overall, the drawing is pretty much done at this point, but I do want to add a few more details with some paint. What do you guys think? I think that looks a lot better. And sadly, I think it represents the person that's leading my country at the moment. Scott, if you happen to see this, I just want to get a bit one-on-one with you for a second. You really need to step your game up, because right now you are being such a terrible leader of the country. I'd really like to see you commit to helping the future of the planet. I'd like to see you put in place some actual commitments that will help the planet and help the country so this shit doesn't happen again and so it stops happening. You really need to set a better example for the next generation, because they're the ones that are watching you right now and they don't like what you're doing, mate. To my viewers, I'm sorry I got a bit too political in this video. I do try and avoid it. Next video will definitely be a lighter, easier video to watch. But my country is burning down and my Prime Minister is not doing very much about it, and he's one of the main causes of it, to be honest. And I don't like that, so I just wanted to express that and put my feelings out there. Anyway, I left some links in the description for some wonderful organizations. If you can help out, please go and check them out and donate to help out the Royal Fire Service and Wires, who are doing a lot to help animals with their recovery and trying to get them back to where they need to be. There's a lot of amazing people doing amazing things in the world at the moment, and I just wish my leader was one of them. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.